and welcome to Scripted Reviews. I'm David.
And I'm Hector.
And today we had a choice. We could have reviewed a trailer that just came out.
Yeah, just a couple days ago, Fast and Furious 6.
But we were like, no.
We're going to do Iron Man.
Yeah, 1 and 2. You get a double banger.
That's what she said.
Wham banger, as they are called, on this episode. So let's start with Iron Man 1. Basically, you got Tony Stark. Good old Tony Stark. Hey, Tony. And
hey, Tony!
He's played by Robert Downey Jr. He goes up in the desert, gets captured, and he has to make a suit to get out, and basically gets back to the real world and
decides to just change everything up over his company and, make,
stop the war profiteering, as it is called.
Yeah, and make renewable energy as the main thing for his company. So it just opened up his eyes.
Yeah, and it's a pretty life-changing moment.
Getting blown up and getting
sent to a cave.
Yeah.
So in this movie, we got a few characters.
Yeah, we have Robert Downey Jr. playing Tony Stark, Iron Man.
Yeah. We have Obadiah, played by Jeff Bridges.
Warmonger.
And then we have Pepper Potts,
played by Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yes, she's in here.
Terrence Howard is Rhodey.
Rhodey, or James Rhodes, if you know his full name. He's the, spoiler alert, War Machine in the next one.
And then we also have Clark Gregg, which is Agent Coulson. The famous Agent Coulson.
Yeah, kind of like exploded after Avengers came out.
Yeah. So now we're going to go into the pros and cons of this film. For me, the first major pro of this film is that it came out at the right time. It had a lot of action in it, but it still kind of gained it to where the next movies came out, they would be able to catch up with where cinema's going at this rate and graphic-wise, Mm-hmm. So I thought it was perfect timing for it. What do you think?
I personally think it's awesome that Paramount, who originally owned most of Marvel's properties, excluding Spider-Man and X-Men, took this and ran with it and actually made a very successful movie.
I just think that also Iron Man, or being played by Robert Downey Jr., was like the perfect casting.
Yes.
I mean, background in as a person kind of led to him being able to mesh well with this character.
They don't exploit the elements that could be exploited with Robert Downey Jr.'s character in 1 or 2.
They don't, but they kind of do because it translates through the film.
But they don't really go through the alcoholism that's a very big, prominent area of the comic book.
They don't, but he is constantly drinking.
Yeah, I mean, it's a part, but it's not super important.
You just have to be able to notice it, and I think that was why this was a smart film.
Yes, it was smart. It was a very safe film, too, because it was after Spider-Man 3, and people were pissed the fuck off at Spider-Man 3, and they were waiting for Marvel to take the helm again and kick out something that would pay credence to the fans. Okay. And, say, hey, here's something that you need.
Yeah. But I think that was also a smart move because of Spider-Man 3 and what has been done already before. Just playing it safe and kind of gauging what the fans want after that film.
Yeah.
Which kind of led to turmoil with the second movie, but let's not go into that yet.
Yeah. Not a lot of cons, honestly.
I don't think there is very many cons to this film.
Yeah.
Terrence Howard, maybe, but...
he and his, ew, I don't get enough money, maybe me.
I liked him in the film. He was alright. I kind of see Don Cheadle as,
War Machine now.
Yeah. He was... It was one of the most easily transferable, characters.
Yeah, because it could have fallen on
For example... From Katie Holmes to Maggie Gyllenhaal in The Dark Knight.
That was a hard one. That was a really hard one.
It was hard to to watch, but this one was a smart move.
Now we're going to go ahead and rate this. I'm personally going to give this movie magic. I think it was very well made, and in that era, right before Disney took the Avengers, it was perfect for that time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was. Like I said earlier, it was perfect. The timing was perfect and everything was perfect for it. But I'd still kind of give it a matinee for it because it was pretty safe.
I just fucking love it.
It's a lovable movie, and it starts what we know now. It's the start of what we know now.
Yeah, the phase.
So I still would give it a matinee though because it was safe.
It was
a little too safe.
It was safe. It didn't break any boundaries, like the Dark Knight, like for instance. Yeah. So now we're going to kick it off to Eric for a new segment called 3 Minute Murder, in which he's going to review
Iron Man Deuces.
Alright, check it. This is Eric. It's a 3-minute murder for Iron Man 2. First of all, let's get some continuity issues out the way. Why the hell is ScarJo in the movie? She had nothing to do with it. Alright, she came in there, she gave Tony Stark an injection to cure his, whatever was going on with him, his veins popping out all ugly and shit, whatever. But why? And then another thing is, everybody got a passcode to the place but her. She's a spy. Come on now, she can't do some spy shit and figure out a code for herself. Now she had to break into the place to get this dude an injection to help him save his life so he can find a new element to keep him alive. Whiplash. Okay, first of all, I got this dude, this dark, dank ass cellar on the cell phone all day in the middle of who knows where the fuck where. His roaming bills must be like thousands of dollars. Who's paying for this? Alright, he in there making suits or whatever for this fucking dude who had somehow became Tony Stark's rival and had millions of dollars to produce this shit. I don't know how that happened. I don't know. Let Whiplash get on the track. Yeah, I know he disguised himself as one of the dudes. But if it was my black ass going on the track, man, there would have been cops all over my. What you doing? Trying to terrorize this place? There would have been snipers in the trees. There'd have been jets, there helicopters. The whole nine SWAT team would have been rappelling down their thing. What the hell you doing, bruh? No, he just stroll on there like he all that. Walking down the street, not even on the side where the fucking crew sits. No, he's strolling down the middle of the street in the middle of a race. The cars are going 200-300 miles an hour. Ain't no car hit his ass. And then what's with the whips anyway? It's cutting through cars and everything else like butter, but he can't cut through Iron Man's suit. Yeah, granted, his suit might be a little more dense or different alloy, but at least he could have put a dent in that shit, you know what I mean? When he finally discovers his new element from his dad, I don't know how his dad just happened to know what a new element was, and this little construction, little site thing he gave him, whatever. I don't know where he got it, but somehow he got a new element out of it, surprise, and he fixes this arc reactor in his body so he can stop killing him. But how the hell did he just happen to have Captain America's shield there to help him level it out? It's just like, oh, here, this'll work. Push it under there, perfectly level. What? Just like this. Iron Man 2, if you're gonna watch it, try to watch it on Netflix, but you can't because it ain't even on Netflix.
Well, that was Eric's 3-minute murder of Iron Man 2. And for the most part, we agree with him. I mean, it's not the greatest movie ever made.
Right.
Stay tuned because we will have a Iron Man 3 review going up after the midnight showing on this Thursday.
Yes.
It's going to be great. I cannot wait for this movie.
So stay tuned and make sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and make sure to subscribe on our channel.
Yep.